Do you know how the 12 disciples who witnessed Jesus' resurrection with their own eyes ultimately died? If you've always believed that believing in Jesus is about seeking safety, smooth paths, and a blessed, trouble-free life, then what you're about to hear may completely overturn your imagination of what it truly means to follow Christ. Because this is not mythology, and it's not religious motivational talk. It comes from church history and ancient writings that have preserved these accounts piece by piece. Peter, the leading disciple who boldly declared, "You are the Christ," was eventually crucified in Rome. On the day of his execution, he reportedly said, "Turn the cross upside down. I am not worthy to die in the same way as my Lord." A body hanging inverted on wood, slowly growing silent before the crowd, became one of the most extreme symbols of humility in 2,000 years of Christian history. John, known as the disciple whom Jesus loved, was the only one of the 12 not executed, yet his life was far from comfortable. He was exiled to the island of Patmos, where among barren rocks and relentless sea winds, he wrote the book of Revelation, leaving visions of the end times and the new heaven and new earth for generations to come. James the Greater was the first apostle to shed blood for this faith. In Jerusalem, by order of King Herod, he was executed. From that moment on, laying down one's life for the name of Jesus was no longer just a spoken promise, but a testimony signed in blood. Andrew, Peter's brother, was bound to an X-shaped cross in Greece. There were no nails, only ropes tightening around his limbs. Tradition says that as he hung suspended, he continued preaching Jesus to passers-by until his throat grew hoarse and no sound could come out. Thomas, the one who insisted on touching the nail marks before he would believe, later carried the gospel to India. Amid opposition and hatred, he was killed there, yet he left behind a church that continues to this day. The skeptic became the man who declared with his life, "I truly believe." Matthew, once despised as a tax collector, later traveled to Ethiopia to preach Christ. The historical details are difficult to confirm fully, but what is almost certain is this: he did not pass away peacefully in retirement. His life ended somewhere between service and persecution. And the remaining 6 disciples? Their endings were even more brutal and more staggering than these. If you want to hear the rest, type "continue" in the comments. And share this video with that friend who thinks believing in Jesus only brings good luck. Let them see who these men were willing to die for.